All right, hello everyone. I'm doing good, son. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. This is going to be episode 5 of Scarlet Hollow. Currently, I think it's the last episode that's currently out at this time of recording. Um, as more and more episodes start coming out, I will play them and stream them and record them. Right now, let's go ahead and continue. We'll watch the it's just myself. There we go. We're gonna watch the playback, not the playback, the recap. I'm doing good, son. All right. Apologies if I don't talk to chat. I'm gonna be locking in because this is a story-intensive game. If you can't handle that, then there's the door. You open your eyes, it's a new day. Check your messages. There's nothing from Stella. Oh, right, the stupid fucking cops that don't do anything. They didn't even take my request seriously about the missing persons shit. Let me get this right. You're trying to report a missing pumpkin. Big Betty wasn't just a pumpkin, Sheriff Hugsby, sir. Hugby. She's gonna be a prize winner. Raising her was the last thing me and my daddy did together. She's important to me. You sure it was Julius? It was Julius and not some enterprising bear that got a hold of it? Some water real quick. Mm, thirsty. Probably thought Big Betty was his to take. He ain't coming to this door, so far as I know, he might be all the way to State Fair by now with our pumpkin. Ain't there something y'all can do about it? So glad you came. I've never met anyone else who could hear them. You have no idea how long I thought I must have had some kind of insanity. I even thought at one point that it must have been the Lord himself talking to me through them. Oh, right, he has the ability to talk to animals like us. But they never had anything insightful to say, so I was disavowed of that pretty early on. There have been some particularly nasty rats in the church lately, and she said some things have led me to believe she might be able to understand them. Oh yeah, the picket line. There's a small gathering of workers outside the entrance to the mine, picket signs in hand. Oh, it's you. Should I go? Yeah, and try not to get yourself noticed. Instant you're alone, Tabitha rounds on you. She grabs you by the collar, her face close to yours, eye full of rage, her words a frustrated hiss. Listen to me, Chris. Really listen. This isn't some fun little game, okay? This is my life, and if you value yours, you'll keep quiet about what you just saw. I don't care if we're family. I can make the rest of you stay here. The rest of your stay here a living hell if you cross me. Right, Sybil. I don't. You're evil. You're evil. I just know it. You take this tea, sipping it delicately. The citrus smell is fleeting, quickly replaced with the earthiness at its core, like you've taken a mouthful of dirt. But the aftertaste combines the two flavors into something soothing and medicinal. You find yourself feeling more comfortable, your muscles relaxing for the first time in days. Now on to business. Silver takes the cup from you, there, staring thoughtfully down at the sludge. Oh dear, this doesn't bode well. You got just about every warning that can fit at the bottom of a cup. Cross, kettle, hourglass. Why is the hourglass one so emphasized? All these mean death, misery, difficulty, and the hourglass ties it all together with definite urgency. It's fair to assume that all this has to do with whatever brought the ditchling. Something is coming, and whether any of us can stop it, I'm not sure. But we may, at the very least, be able to figure out what it is. There's a central figure here, a cat, an enemy lurking in plain sight. Oh, right. The clinic had like a secret hospital wing or something. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was here. An entire hospital wing rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. His voice sounds distant. Your sole focus is finding it. Your feet move without prompting, and you stumble down the hallway towards the far wall, barely registering the antique clutter as you stagger past it. Whoa, are you okay? You don't respond, and you don't bother to retrieve the axe. The wall is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of unknowable years. The planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enemies upstairs, enemies outside. We're surrounded. Even if I get out of this house, I won't be safe. You won't be safe. As Reese stares at his clothes, paint bubbles from the canvases as ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, evading yours, crawling up the walls. Yeah, this was the part that really just fucking shocked me during this part. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. Leave us alone! Dr. Kelly opens the door, two of you stare out in the hallway. Damn, he looks so fucking freaky. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Hot, you step forward, Reese stares down at you, a pain sadness creeping onto his unnaturally stretched face. I'm not a monster. Yeah, we managed to get him to leave peacefully. You sit on the log beside Stella. Chris, how did you have your fun tonight? But you should consider returning to the state tomorrow. Tabitha won't be around, too busy at the mines. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her there to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. You coming in? You drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted, and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horrors, or it might not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. Time to continue your journey. Wake up. Smell the ashes. You wake up to the sound of birdsong and to the welcome aroma of breakfast sizzling down the hall of Stella's intimately cozy cottage. Soft cotton oversheet you're wrapped in still smells like her. The gentle morning of sun shines in through her bedroom window, speckling the sheets with dazzling spots of light, warming the spot where Stella lay beside you all night. You feel like you've had a good night's sleep for the first time in days, and you know you have her to thank for it. Join her in the kitchen. Aww. Give a little head pat to Gretchen. Well, if it isn't Stella's little overnight guest, so happy that she finally seems to be adding a third member to our little pack of two. So I hope you know you need to make space for little old me in that bed if you intend to spend any more of your evenings here. We come as a pair, she and I. Chris, hope I wasn't too noisy in here. I wanted you to be able to get some more sleep. I know it's early. Still, it can't be too bad to wake up to somebody making pancakes for you, even if it is the crack of dawn. Oh, wait. Oh, obviously I'm going to give her a morning kiss. I forgot to turn on my little lamp. Alright. Give her a morning kiss. Take a step forward, leaning in close. You can feel Stella's smile broaden as you plant a gentle kiss on her cheek. Oh, she has a Salem shirt. She's so perfect. Where you can pull away, she takes your face in her flower-dusted hands, pressing her soft lips to yours. Oh. He smirks as he turns back to the pan. How'd you sleep? Aren't I the host here? Isn't that what I'm supposed to ask you? But I slept great, of course I did. Thanks again for everything you did yesterday. You have no idea how light I feel right now. It was so nice to wake up here knowing your face would be one of the first things I'd see. Stella's gentle smile spreads into a grin. Well, aren't you romantic? I'm not usually good at coming up with sweet things to say, but hopefully these sweet pancakes will be enough to show you how excited I am to spend the morning with you. Hopefully it's not too loud. She chuckles. That was so corny. Like I said, I'm no good with words. And that's the last one. Let's have ourselves a breakfast feast. Stella motions with a pancake-laden plate towards the table. You take a seat. Did we talk about Reese? Stella seems to choke lightly on her bite of food. Oh, I guess I'm not sure what more there is to say. He's some kind of monster that's currently out there roaming the countryside, and somehow I, a professional cryptid hunter and one of his best friends, never had any clue. I'm honestly so embarrassed. I just hope he stuck around town. I know he kind of attempted murder last night, but he's a nice guy. He probably just lost his head for a second. Who wouldn't in a situation like that? Hope we run into him today. I'd like to get to know the real Reese. Maybe I can get him to do an interview for my channel. Well, I for one hope we never see that deranged boy again. What a menace to society he turned out to be. I told you he was a monster. Right, he was telling us the whole time. Take a bite of your pancakes. Incredible, perfectly crispy crust with a light and fluffy interior still steaming from the heat of the pan. With a generous pour of maple syrup, adding a flavor of flavorful sweetness, a rich buttery aftertaste lingers on your plate. A stack of these made with love by someone who cares about you is the perfect way to start your day. I think we should bust into the Forbidden Wing today. What a coincidence. I was also suggest we snoop around the estate this morning. It's like we share a brain. This is so exciting. Let's finish up breakfast and go. Okay. Alright, pancakes have been eaten and I'm fueled up for today's activities. Let's head out. Stella stands up. Gretchen hopping down from her chair to stand at Stella's side, and the two of them lead you to the door and out into chilly morning air. The walk through town is quiet. It's early, and though you can smell the diner cooking up breakfast for hungry miners and brewing coffee for cops to sip while ignoring the horrors plaguing Scarlet Hollow, Main Street is deserted. You and Stella feel like the only people in the world watching the sun rise over the abandoned library. The estate looms over the three of you, more unwelcoming than it's ever been. As if the small bit of time you spent away in a warm house to full of the love that built it has made the mere thought of the crumbling horror manor unbearable. Look, there's Stella. I don't see any of the ditchlings. Oh dear, I've forgotten how dreadfully thin the air is all the way up here. However, does Miss Tabitha survive at so great an altitude? Perhaps that's why she's got such a sour disposition. Well, I can barely remember the last time I made my way up that hill. Berlin didn't exactly make it easy for me to seize Tabitha, so we usually hung out anywhere else we could think of. Your aunt had a tendency to shoot first and ask questions later, so I figured it was best not to risk winding up at the business end of her shotgun. You only make that mistake once. It's sad to see how much worse it's gotten. That cliff used to be a lot farther away from the house, but it's claimed a lot of ground. The place looks like it could fall any day now. It used to be such a beautiful house. Together you cross the threshold, the ancient door creaking open to reveal a familiar dusty foyer. Knowing Tabitha isn't here to keep you in line gives the place a new feeling. If you have complete ownership of the place, and that any secrets it once held are yours to be uncovered. If only you can figure out where to look. You can feel how much the floor is tilting. Jesus, this place has really gone to the dogs since last time I was here. Why, I take offense to that. If I'd gone to the dogs, there would be considerably more comfortable pillows and considerably less cat. I can smell her already. That loathsome feline stench pervades every inch of this house. Everything feels so much older and disused. I can't believe Tabitha's still living here. I'm sure she has a lot of memories tying her to this place, but it feels like it could come down around our ears any second. So, where to first? Your bedroom. Oh, got something up there you want to show me? Bella gives you a flirtatious wink. Lead the way. Two of you make your way to the rickety stairs and enter the guest room. Oh shit, someone's looking through the closet. Yeah, bleh. Oh, sorry, Frou Frou. So we meet again, Frou Frou. Why has it been ever so long? I'm sure you've missed me terribly. If only you were in the grave where you belong, I could spit upon it. You have to wait a while to indulge in that pleasure, my dear feline friend.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
There they go, growling and hissing at each other like always. Gretchen usually gets along really well with cats, but I guess Frou Frou is just too much of a capital C cat. Why am loath to part with the lovely warm spot I have made on these empty sheets. I cannot stomach your foul doggy stench any longer. Frou Frou leaps from her spot on the bed, launching into the hallway and galloping down the stairs. Good riddance! Anyways, if I remember correctly, this is Perlan's old room, right? Tabitha really wasted no time getting the place turned over for guests. Someone has been here. The closet is wide open and contents have been dragged out into the room. A discolored residue smeared on some of the larger boxes, giving you a hint as to who might be behind the invasion of privacy. Holy shit, that mess has got to be Wayne, right? I think I'd know if you were that messy. Checking on Dustin. Make your way to the dresser, pulling out the drawer to check on the little opossum and his mom. They're gone. Not even the bread remains. It's just an empty drawer. Were you getting changed? Could give you some privacy or not, whichever. Good grief, it absolutely reeks of opossum in here. Dustin is missing. Something has happened to my dear opossum friend, Dustin. Huh? You have a little opossum friend named Dustin who lives in your drawers? The drawers next to where you sleep? I'm sorry your little friend wandered off. Opossums are very cute. I can understand why you worry. I guess Frou-Frou probably spooked him, but he's a wild animal, so he'll be fine on his own. And, I'm glad you took the shower at my place. Does that mean this is where Pearl Ann died? I wouldn't know. Tabitha hasn't really said anything about it, but she died in her sleep, so one can assume. Okay, now you can just sleep in my bed for the rest of the week. If Tabitha gets mad, oh well, she shouldn't have made you sleep in a dead lady's bed without even telling you. Investigate the closet. You can settle across the room to investigate the open closet door. Back of it hangs slightly ajar. Looks like whatever solid wall. It was never a solid wall at all, but rather a door previously hidden behind the pile of boxes and papers that was dragged out of the way overnight. There's no doorknob, only a small circle of metal where the doorknob would be, punctuated with a keyhole. Is that a hidden door? Yes, I knew it. I knew there was going to be hidden passages. Stella whips out her camera, nearly fumbling and dropping it in excitement, but she regains her steadiness, aiming into the gloom of the closet at the sliver of light from the room beyond. Stella, you are not going to believe this. We're here in the Scarlet estate trying to get to the bottom of what exactly is going on around town, and just uncovered this hidden door in Chris's closet. Guess we found our way into the Forbidden Wing. Oh shit. I think you're right, Stella. Wayne is behind this. Does that mean Wayne knows about the layout of the Scarlet estate? You know, I'm really starting to wonder what he has to do with all this. I don't like how close he seems to think he is with you, but maybe he knows what's going on. Guess we found our way into the Forbidden Wing. There could be anything on the other side of that door, some kind of unspeakable monster, maybe a devious trap, or perhaps the answers to the mysteries that have been plaguing Scarlet Hollow. Or it could just be a boring room and all this buildup would have been for nothing. Only one way to find out. Stella steps forward, filming as he dramatically opens the door, its hinges creaking appropriately. Together you enter the Forbidden Wing of the Scarlet Estate. Ooh. Nothing interesting to really point out, besides Gretchen being a cute little doggy. The room you find yourselves in is mostly barren, with no furniture to speak of. The wallpaper is peeling with neglect, and the floor tilts uncomfortably beneath you. Already you can see why Tabitha would be so intent on keeping you out from these unused rooms. This doesn't feel like a place for humans anymore. Okay, she's not there anymore. A dead plant. Okay. Man, this place has really gone to shit. Guess no one's really been in this wing in a long time. As in, like, to take care of it. Stella continues forward, excitingly, camera held up to catch every detail. You follow her into the hallway beyond the small forgotten room. Wow, an exclusive look at the ruins of the Scarlet Estate, even if we don't find anything supernatural in here. This is already great stuff. Oh, Stella, it's a miracle we survived so long. The places you drag me to sometimes, my goodness gracious. Oh, okay. Nothing. This looks like a... These look like church benches. That's weird. Like pews? Before you is a long hallway. Dusk dances in the weak sunlight, beaming in through cracked glass. A tinge of mildew stings your nose, warning you away that there's nowhere else to run now. Or an ornate entryway, its door long gone, breaks the monotony of the faded wallpaper, and a staircase looms at the far end. Oh, these are fresh prints. He zooms in on what you now notice is a faint trail of human footprints along the dusty floor of the hallway. Those prints belong to that vile shell of a man, I'm certain of it. His sin is unmistakable. Looks like our friend has been doing some exploring of his own. We'll have to be careful. I'd rather not run into him while sneaking around in here. Investigate the ornate entryway. You both make your way to the dark doorway in the middle of the corridor. Ooh, looks like a map of Scarlet Hollow. Ooh, This place ballroom, maybe? Hmm. Seems like some kind of entertainment room, the sort you'd expect out of some fancy rich people who like to show off. It would feel elegant if not for the massive crack that runs the entire length of the floor. The air here stinks of mildew. You can see why Tabitha doesn't want you exploring these rooms. There is a large painting on the far wall of the room. From a distance, it looks like it might depict the town. Geez, it's a miracle any of this is still standing. Tabitha should really think about moving before this half of the house decides to finish falling off the cliff. That's what I was saying. When we first got here, I was like, it looks like this part of the fucking mansion is gonna fall into the cliff. But of course, no one ever listens to me. This room makes my nose tingle, and not in the pleasant sense of the word. Stella excitedly films B-roll of the ruined parlor. Something else catches your eye too. A bookshelf, or rather, what's left of a bookshelf hanging by a single rusted hinge. Its sagging shelves reveal some sunless space beyond, once hidden, now exposed by the rot of this house. It seems that Stella has spotted it too, as she turns her camera towards the dark entryway. A hidden room? Oh man, the fans are gonna love this. Examine the painting. Yeah, it's the mines, the church, the estate, the library. Looks like that's the clinic. These look like farms? These... I feel like I've seen these two in one of the visions that we've seen. Painting highlights a number of old buildings and locales, many of which you've already visited. The town hall, the estate, the mines, the church, and the clinic. Still called the hospital at the time of the painting. And then there's somewhere you've yet to see. The historical Callaway Tremaine homesteads. That would be our little town. Oh, there's a plaque under it in commemoration of an Enoch Scarlet, head of the Scarlet Hollow Landmark Revitalization Project. Let the past never be forgotten. Oof, I feel like writing something that's just asking to wind up... I feel like writing something like that is just asking to wind up gathering dust in a neglected room like this. That this be a lesson to all my viewers looking to immortalize their life's work. So all of two of you, maybe. Investigate the hidden room. It takes you by the hand, her firm grip lending you a sense of security, even as you both step over the wide gap in the floor. Together, you duck between the shelves, stepping over water-damaged books and into the darkness of the hidden room. Ooh. Ooh, oh yeah, this is the Confederate. That's one of the Scarlet ancestors that were part of the Confederacy, and there's the pistol. Crazy. The space is dark, its features barely illuminated by the faint light trickling in through the myriad of cracks and holes in the walls. The wallpaper, a deep, exquisite red, adds a blood-like glow to the dimness. The walls are lined with ornate display cabinets, some empty, some still representing their antique treasures. Nestled between the cabinets, a single tall bookshelf remains standing, its occupants dusty but mostly intact. With all of these are ornamental details, your focus is drawn to an expensive-looking antique desk in the center of the room. This room stinks to high heaven, and its lively stink, not like the dead stink of the rest of this awful house. Unless my nose deceives me, I do believe there's some kind of wild animal in here. A possum, I've had to hazard a guess. Oh, maybe it's Dustin. If anything tries to lay a single paw on my Stella, they'll have hell to pay, mark my words. Gretchen barks out at the rest of the room, attempting to intimidate whatever it is she smells. Gretchen, we wouldn't want anyone to find us here. Who knows what they might try to seal it back up. A Montadillo style. Gretchen quiets down, but that doesn't stop her from thoroughly investigating the space. This is it, Stellars, the kind of find every urban explorer hopes for. A hidden room, locked away in the Scarlet estate, full of weird artifacts and keepsakes no one was ever supposed to find. They weren't counting on a couple investigative documentarians like us to go looking, but here we are, about to blow your family sword path wide open. Investigative documentarians? Is that what YouTubers are? That's what this YouTuber is. I've been thinking of opening with that instead of the YouTube thing. Then I wouldn't have to explain what YouTube is to any old people who ask what I do for a living. Not that old people around here don't already know all about it and have YouTube accounts just so they can follow my channel. But you know, hypothetical future old people I might meet. Examine the desk. There's a matchbox. Step towards the desk. Maybe there's something worth finding in its drawers. Open the top one. The top drawer mostly contains old-timey letter-writing materials, complete with a fancy dagger-shaped letter opener and a wax stamping kit emblazoned with the initials ES. The wax seems slightly gnawed. Underneath, you find a pile of crumbling financial documents. Scrawled in neat cursive in every spot that the needed signature is the name Enoch Scarlet. This must be his desk, meaning that this must also be his study. And hidden among the documents, you find an ancient photograph. A stern blonde man stares at you from the detritus at the bottom of the drawer, a face you're surprised to find you recognize. It's the man from your vision, the one in the hospital bed. Yeah, I've seen that before. That's the picture of Theodore they put in the local history books. That's your great-great-uncle or something, the one who died in the collapse. Don't tell her about your vision. I had a vision about him yesterday. No way. Enoch said he was working with the witch, and that she'd be able to help him fix things, but this was in the hospital after the collapse. Philip focuses the camera on you as you explain the vision you saw yesterday. He's clearly shocked by this revelation, drinking every word, eyes growing wide. A witch, and then somehow they managed to convince the whole town that Teddy died in the collapse? What if he didn't and some witch was involved? Sounds to me like your family has more than just Charlie Shaw's skeleton in their closet. Maybe he's still alive, somehow. Maybe due to some witch magic or something. Open the bottom drawer. Bottom drawer offers some resistance as you try to pull it out. It seems that it was locked. Though the bit of metal attempting to hold it shut seems to have rusted to the point of uselessness years ago. It gives in with a sharp tug, rotting wood splintering softly somewhere within the century-old desk. You're surprised to see familiar faces staring up at you from within the nest of odd glass vials. No, Gretchen, don't attack them! They're friendly, they're our friends! Berman, let me at them, I'll tell their little throats out. Whoa, hey, calm down, Gretchen, we don't need you getting riled up right now. Please no kill, Dustin already dead. Dustin and Dustin's mom play dead. No, Gretchen, Dustin and Dustin's mom are my friends. You don't need to fight them. Dustin? Why, I didn't know you went around befriending every disgusting little wild animal in town. I was unaware I was associated with someone of such low breeding. Oh, come on, Gretchen. Don't say that. Though I suppose I could learn something from you. It could reflect well on me to choose to mingle with some occasional riffraff. Okay, now you're sounding like the mayor dog. One shouldn't be too unkind to those who are lesser, even if it means I must put up with such odorous beasts as these. Yes, so I'll somehow find it in my heart to look past this. I am a lady, after all. As the barking stops, Dustin stirs, life returning to his tiny body, though his mom remains in her half-dead state. That right, Dustin and human friends! And human big and strong protect Dustin from ugly dog. How'd you get here, Dustin? No other human come into room. Scary human. It scared Dustin and Dustin mom. Other human did such moving around. Dustin afraid that Dustin house would be moved too, and maybe Dustin would be eaten by scary human. But Dustin know about many places to hide, so Dustin and Dustin mom come here. Are there any secrets to know about the Forbidden Wing? Secrets. Dustin not know about many secrets. Dustin know upper room scary, smell like blood and storms. Oh, that's not good. No good hiding places when human come. That why Dustin down here instead. Nobody ever come here. Plenty little dark place to sleep too. Other secret Dustin know is stuff that look like food and other small house not actually food. It not stop Dustin from trying to eat it though. Could turn into food when Dustin not looking. When I pet you, I'll be very gentle. Dustin appears to think about this, glancing at the form of the pseudo-dead mother, then back up at you. Okay. You carefully run a hand along Dustin's back, rubbing him gently between the ears. He closes his eyes, seeming to enjoy the interaction as much as you do. He feels oddly greasy, and his fur is coarse and thick, but his tiny body is warm and comforting beneath your palm. Oh, how sweet! I'll edit that part out of the video. We don't need commenters starting any fights about petting wild animals. No, that's true. They probably... Don't disturb the animals. You can't pet them like that. It's gonna mess them up. Then they're gonna die. They won't understand that you have some otherworldly bond with every animal you meet. So maybe exploring that could make for an interesting new series. You gonna come back to live in my room? This is just Dustin house on weekend, but Dustin can wait for next weekend. I don't suppose you can let me have those vials you're sitting on. Dustin glances out at the vials beneath him and his death-feigning mom. He takes a moment before responding, clearly thinking long and hard about it. Human can take weird eggs. That okay with Dustin? You slide a number of vials out from beneath Dustin and his mom, who is still stiff as a board. A tiny trickle of drool leaks from the corner of her mouth, leaving a damp trail along the width of them. Bye, Dustin. Bye, Dustin's mom. Okay. They're so cute. You close the door, returning Dustin and Dustin's mom to their hideaway before turning to Stella with their haul of glass vials. Dustin and Lucky Human have very good at nature. Lucky Human reign in Hell Beast. Dustin almost died like siblings. Alright, let's see what we got in these bad boys. You can do the honors while I hold the camera. Open the vials. Oh, messages in a bottle. Okay. And it seals with a pop, releasing a smell like an old pond, like decaying leaves from damp earth. You tug at the corner of the slip of paper and it unfurls. The writing across its surface is crisp as clear as it had just been written. To Miss Maeve, I know it has been several years since my last visit, but I do hope you remember the young lad who used to find himself at your doorstep more than you probably would have liked. I write you now with the utmost urgency. I'm not sure if news had yet reached you regarding what transpired just yesterday, but the paper dissolves before you can finish reading it, as if it finally realized that it had been submerged all these years, turning to useless pulp between your fingers. These papers smell so strange, like the woods at night or old leaves. I would be able to pinpoint it better if not for the overwhelming reek of those filthy opossums. Dang, were you able to get through that? It turned to mush before I can get through a few lines. I can only make out bits and pieces, something about a Miss Maeve. Yeah, that was about all I got, too. And it's almost like it was made to not be read. Or it's just really old. That's crazy. I didn't know things like that actually were possible. Like the paper just like suddenly disintegrating like that. Still, maybe if we keep going, we can piece enough of it all together. What do you think? It's unlikely you'll have the chance to return here, and the vials seem too delicate to safely carry with you. Keep reading. Okay. You open another. Miss Verena, trouble with tea. Your presence requested at once. And then another. Verena, know what you tried. Do not appreciate the attempt at subterfuge, though we both... Again, it dissolves. All the letters are addressed to this Miss Maeve, and all are signed E.S. You seem these have to be from Enoch. May seem unimportant, just listing a time and place. You assume meetings between Enoch and whoever this Verena may have been. When you sell a note, the jar is empty and the floor around you scattered with drained vials, the air stinking of wet rot. E.S. has got to be Enoch Scarlet, and that Maeve could be the witch she was talking about. In your vision, the one who would fix their problems, or maybe the witch is Verena, hard to say. Other than that, I'm at a loss. Maybe this will all make more sense once we explore more of the estate. Step away from the desk. Okay, we'll go back to the hallway. See where the footprints lead. Ooh. Carolina... Reginald's best? Okay. Find herself on the third floor of the estate for the first time. Those look like... Oh! It's all just booze, maybe? Oh, yeah, it has grape, so probably wine. Find yourself on the third floor of the estate for the first time. As you take in your surroundings, Stella slowly pans the camera down the length of hall, working to build dread and tension for her future viewers. She clears her throat again, resuming her narration in a charmingly professional hosting voice. Clearly, Chris and I are not the only people who have passed through the supposedly forbidden wing. Who knows, we might wind up running into someone else sneaking around in here. If you're watching this as found footage after the two of us went missing, now you know where to start looking for our bodies. She drops the camera after her morbid joke, her voice returning to its usual, casual cadence. Looks like the footprints go all the way down this hallway inside a far door. Where's the window? Carefully approach the window at the far end of the hall. Sure as the cliff, there's nothing below the window but the tops of distant trees. The ground having crumbled away, the only thing stopping you from plummeting to your death is the straining foundation still somehow holds this place together. At least for now. Jesus. Move the boxes in front of the nearest door. Push past them into the room beyond. I was so fixated on the footprints I didn't even realize there was a room here. It probably means there's some really good stuff, the kind of stuff people put away hoping nobody will ever find it. The kind of stuff that makes for a great video. Good old YouTuber Stella. Oh, there's the doll. There's the doll that was in our closet. Bedroom. This must be one of the kids' bedrooms, judging by how small the bed actually is. The room is coldly empty. The large antique bed is made. Its sheets ancient and dusty, but still somehow giving off the feeling of tidiness. Even with cobwebs stretched between each corner of its four-poster frame. Where's the closet? We make our way to the closet. It's as lifeless as tidy as the rest of the room. It seems this room's occupants keep things neat and orderly, or as neat and orderly as they could, considering the decaying state of the place. This looks to me like where Pearlan would go shopping for Tabby's clothes. It's exactly the sort of thing she wears. In fact, I'm pretty sure I've seen her in that dress before. The other thing here beside her clothes and the shoes is a box shoved off to one side. You pick it up. Child-sized overalls, striped shirts, a small pair of trousers with suspenders still attached. One of those little sailor suit boys from the 50s were always wearing. Boys' clothes, that's weird. When was the last time a boy was born into the family? Other than you. When you pull out the last shirt, a note is revealed tucked away in the bottom of the box in a protective plastic sleeve. Mommy, I am in here too, and I love you. Scrawled in almost illegible handwriting, written in some thick brown watery ink that's cracked with age. What the? Even though the shiny stuff, I can still smell the blood. And it isn't nice smelling blood either. Put that foul thing back where you found it before it sends me in a frenzy. It's okay, Gretchen, you don't have to squirm so much. It's just paper. Really, really creepy paper. Stella zooms in on the unsettling note, making sure the camera takes in every detail. Okay, I got the footage I need. You should put that back before you get a curse from it or something. Okay. Folks, what you just saw was found in the bottom of a box of boys' clothes hidden away in Edwardine Scarlet's closet. Yet the only children she supposedly ever had were two girls. This mystery is getting so thick it's gone from gumbo to gravy. I found wreckage yesterday, and actually, Edwardine had a stillborn boy, middle named Charles. Stella's eyes go wide. No way. You're not just winding me up, right? Because that's a bombshell. I mean, do you think Charlie? But then, oh my god. Okay, hear me out. What if he wasn't stillborn? I mean, he would have been a bastard son, right? And the Enoch... Oh... You might be onto something. Maybe it's like a Bart's evil twins type situation where they kept the boy hidden away. Maybe that's why there's like a door that has so many locks in it. Maybe they kept the bastard son behind the door, locked away. And with Enoch the way he was, and the fact that your family has the whole Southern Gothic thing going on, hope we find more about this. Forget about gravy, the mystery just boiled over. Search the desk. You step towards the desk as drawers practically overflowing with stationery. Start opening drawers. Each one is filled with paper, stacked haphazardly, practically spilling out as you attempt to dig through anything important. There better not be any more vermin in these drawers. I've met just about enough uncivilized creatures for today, thank you very much. All these bills and receipts are in Edwardine's name. Just we know whose desk this is. The rest of the room is so neat and tidy, it's amazing that her drawers are such a hoarder's nest of old paper. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Scarlet Ladies have always been like this, pretending they have everything together on the surface, then being a total mess on the inside. Sounds like Tabby to a T. Oh, don't tell her I said that. Alright, drink complete. When you reach the bottom right drawer, you find something entirely different. Greeting cards, letters, small wrapped packages, some open, some sealed, some crumpled into messy balls. Just for a day. To my sweet Tabby. You open one of the cards, both pages are taken up by a handwritten note. Tabby, hope you're doing well. Not a day goes by that I don't miss you. Hope poor Land treats you to your best Christmas yet. I'm not sure what sort of doodads you're into these days, so I sent a little something that made me think of you. I made sure they were the best shells of the bunch. Not sure how rare any of them are, but they're awfully pretty. They still got the beach smell, and make sure you put your ear up to them. It doesn't compare to the real thing, but it comes close enough. And in case you don't think that makes me a cheapskate, I made sure to send along a little cash, too. You can get yourself something a little nicer than glorified beach trash. Make sure you get Pearl Ann to take you to the nice toy store, because that's where I'd take you if I was there. If you get the time, I'd love to hear from you. I miss you so much, Tabby. And I'm always thinking of you. You can come out and visit me anytime. I know you've always wanted to see what it's like out east. I made sure to write out my address on the back of this card just in case you didn't know how to get a hold of me. Been missing you, my incredible, wonderful, amazing daughter. All my love, Dad. Oh my god. Stella lowers the camera, averting its gaze from the deeply personal letters. Tabby said her dad never tried to get in touch, that he just abandoned her. Pull out another from closer to the top of the pile. Happy birthday, Tabby. It's me again, your old dad. So the big 2-0, I can't believe my daughter is such an adult. In my mind, you're still that bouncy little kid doing cartwheels on the front lawn, telling me what various sounds animals make like you're the professor of animal noises. Okay, either she lied to Stella, or the mom kept this hidden from her. It could be, honestly, it could be either or of those. But I don't think Tabitha's the lying type when it comes to the family. Judging what she said when she said that she did care about us because we were family and that we only have each other left. I have no idea if you read these, but I'll keep writing them, even if sometimes it feels like I'm writing them to a ghost. I mean, we haven't spoken in almost 15 years. You're a human being now, and I have no idea what you're like. I like to think we get along, though. As always, my address is on the back. I hope you decide to come visit me one of these days. I've got a guest room all set up just in case. It's always ready for you, kid. I love you and always will, no matter who you turned out to be. Love, Dad. There are years and years of these. The bottom drawer is almost entirely unopened envelopes dated from when Tabitha would have been just a kid, all from him. Kind of looks like Edwardine and Pearl Ann were keeping these from Tabitha on purpose for practically her entire life. I don't even know if we should tell her. I mean, there could have been a good reason, right? Like, maybe he was awful and telling her would have just been painful and dredge up bad memories, but... Tabitha deserves one good thing in her life. I don't care if she yells at us for snooping around back here. You're right. She has to know the truth. Okay. Explore the middle room. Oh boy, we've got Haunted Nursery, everybody. I think this would have been the nursery for the stillborn kid. Considering that they have a nursery. It looks like it's just stuck in time. They must have been so excited that they built it just for the kid to come out stillborn. Unless they didn't. I don't know. It could be either way. Check the bookshelf. Top shelf is occupied by antique picture books, Dick and Jane, nursery rhymes, ancient editions of Grimm's fairy tales. Oh, a teddy bear. The lower shelves are full of educational material, from children's encyclopedias to writing practice workbooks. From the sheer number of learning-oriented books on the shelf, you get the impression that the children who lived here were not supposed to be as interested in fun and fiction as they were in diction and spelling. Wait a minute, this reminds me of that, what was it? That flashback or memory thing that we got in was it the third episode with the ghost? There was a kid that was trying to pick up her toys and stuff. Maybe this is the kid's room? Your family may have been wealthy, but maybe not enjoy. Read a few practice books. Oh. Copybook, property of Alexander Scarlet. You leaf through a few of the practice workbooks, gently turning to the near-crumbling pages. Reasons Mommy should take me and Mary Bell to the zoo. 1, we have been very good girls and not cried for a whole week. 2, Mary Bell says elephants are so big and I would like to see one. 3, I think it would be very fun and Mommy would have a good time. All are signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. You flip through the rest of the book, your eyes unfocused as the many practice sentences and letter copying pages flash by. So something near the back of the book gives you pause. In a section that starts with a prompt, today I, Alexander continues with, talk to the boy in the wall. The boy in the wall? Are you kidding me? People are gonna think I planted this or something. It's just too creepy. Hold on a minute. The little boy's closed to note the fact that Edwardine had the bastard son at some point. Now a boy in the wall? Yeah. Now it's starting to make sense. This is all starting to add up. Hey, hold on, this encyclopedia has something sticking out of it. Daddy plays with me and Mary Bell. If my family goes to the zoo. If Mommy and Grandpa took us to work in the mines. If Ma and Mary Bell and Mommy and Daddy and Grandpa have a picnic. Aw. You're so adorable. I like that you... I used to do that too. I'd write like a little thing indenting me. Like a little arrow like me. All they're signed with the carefully scrawled signature of Alexandra Scarlet. There's a strange fantastical element to these pictures. Everyone is smiling and sitting together as any family would in a child's drawing. And yet it feels like these are drawn in the same hopeful way a child would draw a unicorn. Expressions are some reality that Alexandra could only dream of. Daddy napping, Mommy going to work. Looks like booze. And they're not happy in these ones. There are less joyful illustrations as well. Daddy napping shows their father sleeping in a chair, a bottle of brown liquid conspicuously drawn on the table next to him. The girls hovering in the doorway some distance away. Mommy going to work shows the girls crying in the upstairs window of a house as their mother walks away, an angry frown scrawled on their face. Well, these are awful. The viewers are gonna eat this up. Okay, Stella. Let's keep it down just a little bit, please. You get the feeling that these are more accurate depictions of the girls' lives. The boy in the wall. Last picture you pull out gives you pause. There's a new figure here, seemingly drawn behind a barrier. The two girls sit on the other side, smiles on their cartoon faces. The boy in the wall. There he is again. I'm assuming at this point he was definitely real. I wonder what he looked like or if they ever actually saw him. Stella makes sure to linger on the image, getting plenty of B-roll of the scribbled lines. Done here. You and Stella make your way back to the hallway. Continue following the trail of footprints approaching the farthest room down the hall. The door was clearly meant to be hidden, but it's been left open. Where in the world are you taking me? This place is pure evil. That's okay, Gretchen. It's just a big empty room. There's nothing to be scared of. Oh, there's something hidden under the rug. I can see that little chalk outline. Stella crosses the room, training the camera on the door to the left's far side. Like the way you entered, it has been left ajar, as inviting you to explore what might be behind it. The doors to this room seem like they would be almost totally invisible if they hadn't been left open. There aren't handles or anything, just keyholes. There's got to be a hidden passage. Amazing, your family really pulled out all the stops when it comes to the creepy stuff. You exit into a short hallway. There are stairs here leading back down to the lower floors, but there's also another door. Here's the door! The door with all the locks on it! The many locks and deadbolts along its edge glimmering in the weak morning light. The doorframe itself is gouged and splintered. Evidence that some desperate creature tried to save itself from the room beyond time and time again. Holy shit. My goodness gracious, I simply won't step another foot further. As much as I feel I should always be at my dear Stella's side, this is one place I dare not go. It's simply too dreadful. Gretchen's whining reaches a fever pitch. He's okay, I get it. The scary room was a little too scary for a little dog like you. You don't have to go in, just don't go running off anywhere. See how the edge of the door is all messed up? Looks to me like someone didn't want to be put back in there. Where you can stop her, Stella steps in the little room, her camera drinking in every detail. Oh my god. What? Oh, you step forward to join her, Gretchen remaining rooted to the floor outside. Fuck. We were right. They were keeping the kid in here. Let's say on the wall. This was a prison cell. Everything about this place reeks of neglected humanity. The walls are covered in scratches, legible words mixed in with the nonsense of desperate clawing. The one window set high in the far wall is fitted with a thick pane of glass, as if the iron bars just beyond it wouldn't be enough to hold the imprisoned. You can't help but notice that the doll from your closet sits watching you from the bed. One eyelid drooping, it adds an extra layer of menace to the already deeply unsettling room. Property of Alexandra. Looks like all these scratches in the walls. Did a person do all this? I can't imagine how much it would have hurt. Hey, Skinna. It stinks too, like nothing I've ever smelled before. How much I missed? Basically, the Scarlets had a bastard son. We just found out that they kept the bastard son in, like, a prison cell. Um... Basically, nothing really much before, honestly, besides that. Nothing of note, anyway. I've been in sewer drains that smelled better. Tabby. What happened here, Chris? What the hell happened here? Your eyes are drawn to the massive almost letters dug as deep into the brick as the cell's prisoner could manage, highlighted with whatever pigments were available. That doll used to be in my closet, property of Alexandra. Stella walks over to the doll and examines it. Property of Alexandra. Kids always talked about how she went missing. It's one of our town's urban legends. I wonder if they ever found her body. Maybe there wasn't a body to find. Was the boy Alexandra? Is this the boy in the wall? And then Alexandra. Doesn't all feel like old skeletons in the closet either. The smell is too fresh and some of these locks on the door are modern. Still lets the statement hang in the air. I just hope Tabitha didn't know about this. You think it's possible that this whole time we knew each other? All those nights we stayed up late night talking, she might have known this existed. No, she didn't know. She wouldn't have let something like this happen. Let's just get out of here before someone slams the door on us, or... You and Stella are interrupted by a sound wrapping around you. Music. The tinkling of piano keys played by a clumsy hand. They echo up a narrow staircase at the end of the hall, one you've yet to travel. You hear that creepy music, right? Stella seems uncharacteristically shaken. She clutches at your arm, the camera trembling in her hand. Oh god, someone else is in here. The player is doing this on purpose, is drawing you forward, inviting you to investigate, asking you to choose to find it. I wanted to explore more of the room. The two of you stagger back into the hall. Do you think it's him? Wayne? Ella seems to swallow her momentary fear, straightening back up and letting the light return to her features. If it's him... He could have information. He seems like he knows a lot about what's been going on in town. Who knows, maybe he'd be more willing to talk now that we found all the secrets your family's been hiding. Finally, the two of you finally remove yourselves from that wretched place. That means it's time to go now, yes? It's time for all of us to leave this awful place. We'll go talk to him together. Of course, no way are we splitting up. I'm not going to let that creep draw you into some trap without me around to help you out. Please come on, Gretchen, I'll carry you. Stella scoops up Gretchen, the pug still visibly shaking with the fear this place seemed to instill in her, though Stella's comforting grip seems to ease the poor little doggy spirit. That's right, my little old lady, nothing bad happened besides being shaken to my core, I guess, but nothing physical. We're just seeing one scary man and then we're leaving. Thank goodness we're finally getting out of this place. I don't know why Stella insists on visiting such dreadful domiciles, but at least she had me to protect her if things ever go wrong. Her grip is firm and warm and reassuring, and together you make your way down the hall to the source of the eerie music. Stairs take you into what you have to assume was once a servant's quarters, a network of cramped passageways hidden away behind the expansive rooms of the estate, without so much as a window for illumination. But you persist and descend deeper into the bowels of the Scarlet estate, the echoing piano your only company. Soon enough you see the light again, the sun creeping in through the edges of a nearly hidden door. You're at the end of another long corridor. Its high ceilings and tall windows are almost disorienting as you step out from the cramped, gloomy stairwell. The music echoes mournfully in the vast space, of course the wind adding a melancholic harmony as it whips in from the overgrown courtyard outside. But as you make your way into one of the side rooms, utterly dark, save for the open doorway on the far wall, the music stops. There's no warning, no gentle fade or dramatic slamming of keys. Ah, there he is. What the fuck? Oh, it's because that part of the house is falling. I thought it was like some MC Escher painting or something. When you make your way to the music room, Wayne is already standing, his eyes glimmering in the darkness behind a stained veil. I'd hoped you'd come alone. Well, you better get used to me being around, because your days of harassing Chris are over. From now on, you'll have to harass the both of us. That's alright, you can enjoy your slatter, and you and I are already bound by our fates. You need to come to understand that if you expect to help anyone, yourself included. You're running out of time. He slips away into the shadows. What did he just call me? Whatever. Wait, what did he just call her? You can enjoy your slattern. What the fuck does slattern mean? Slattern. Definition. Slattern is a noun that generally refers to a dirty, untidy, or slovenly woman or girl. The term often carries an old-fashioned or derogatory connotation and can also be used, primarily in older contexts, to describe a woman of loose morals or prostitute. I think Wayne might be the bastard son. Just because of that. No one uses that word nowadays. If he was from the time period that I'm thinking he's from, then that would make sense why that would be in his vocabulary. Whatever, let's just leave, yeah? Now I think we've seen enough, and the floor down here feels like it could give way and throw us down the cliff at any second. The warmth you and Stella shared last night seems to fall apart in the fresh air, shaken by the unearthed secrets of your family's past. A tense silence holds between the two of you as your mind does its best to grapple with what you found. What a relief that we're finally out of that awful place. It's not fit for humans anymore, and there's more ditchlings. And it's certainly not fit for dogs. I'd say it's best left to the wretched little things like rats and opossums. Only God's least favorite creatures should be subjected to so much mold. Stell, the doll, Enoch's occult sanctuary, the boy in the wall, and his outfits in Edwardine's closet. Is it possible your cousin has known all about this? Her eyes dart back up to Stella, her gaze is fixed on some non-existent point far off in the distance. You can only try to imagine what she might be thinking. Maybe she feels you're connected in some impossible way to what you've discovered, like you carry whatever went on there in your blood. And Tabitha. Tabitha, who had lived under the same roof as that cell her entire life. The silence feels like a terrible thing, like detritus clogging the air, suffocating the fragile growth of a barely formed relationship. There's a feeling that the longer you wait to say something, anything, the more your tentative relationship will unravel second by second. So say something, say anything, just break this awful silence already. Are you mad at me? Am I mad at you? No, of course not. Why would I? I'd never think you'd have anything to do with that. Just like it's obvious Tabby doesn't have anything to do with it. We have to see her. She deserves to know what we found in there. God, those letters from her dad. Her mom kept so much from her. Makes me so mad just thinking about it. Gretchen, do you trust Tabitha? Do I? You're certainly putting me in a delicate position. Chris, I have a distinct distaste for her feline companion, as you know. But she does seem to take good care of the damnable thing, despite its limited capabilities in expressing any kind of affection. And that I must commend. Though you seem to hold a certain discomfort about the woman, and I can't say I blame you. She and that cat have more in common than not. He's whimpering. Okay, I get it, but if we're not going to Tabitha, what are we supposed to do? We have to do something. Yeah, confronting her is the only thing that makes sense right now. You already know how I feel about making this a confrontation, but at least we're giving her a chance to talk to us. There are no picketers outside the mine today. The only sound is the constant low industrial clanking of unpending productivity. The only sign of life is the slow-moving machinery behind the rickety chain-link fence. Scarlet hollow mines are ticking along as they always have. There's nothing here to stop you from seeing your cousin. Alright, looks like the coast is completely clear. Some water real quick. Hmm. You and Stella make your way through the front gates and up the short path to your cousin's office. Stella doesn't bother to knock before twisting the door open and confidently stepping into the trailer. Tabby. Stella? Chris, what are you doing here? Why are you holding a shotgun? I clean it sometimes. Guns need that kind of thing, you know that. Still, I would appreciate a heads up that Chris was safe in bed at your place last night instead of having to wait up wondering if my cousin had managed to die while out adventuring around town. Well, whatever, it's not like I've come to expect much social grace from either of you. No wonder you get along. And neither of you know how to knock either. Let's not do the small talk today, Tabby, please. Stella pulls up a chair and the two of you sit across from your increasingly anxious cousin. Hey, I didn't say you could sit. We just came from Forbidden Wing, Tabby. Have you been there? What a dreadful place, you know, it says something about a lady, the way she manages her home. Stella, what were you thinking? You know not to go in there. And no, I'm sorry, but the stuff we found in there, Tabby. Your family hid so much from you, you deserve to know. Tabby, we found birthday cards from your dad in there, lots of them. Oh, don't even let me see it? Like Enoch's study, it was behind an old bookcase and there was all this occult stuff in there. And old vials with notes in them, like he'd been preserving them or something. It was so weird. What, like being into the occult is that surprising? He was a rich man in the early 1900s. Of course he was into the occult. That was like a hobby back then. You know, I know that. I wouldn't have come all the way out here if that was it. We also found these old clothes in Grandma Eddie's room. Boys' clothes and a freaky note that looked like it might have been written in blood. It said, I'm still in here and I love you, or something. I don't know what that means, but it wasn't in plastic, so she sure clearly wanted to keep it. Yeah, you want to see the cards? We brought some of them with us. Oh my god, Stella. But none of it is even important, because at the end of it all was a cell, a prison cell. Somebody was being kept in there. Found these old notebooks talking about a boy living in the walls, too. And I feel like it's all connected, especially since there's this creepy old doll in there. I just feel like maybe your family was keeping some of their own kids in that room. And just before we left, we ran into Wayne, and I'm pretty sure he's the one who made sure we found it, but I don't know why. He was all mysterious and called me some old curse word and left. Here, that's everything, okay? It's all laid on the table. Can I say something now? Alright, Chris, as soon as I saw it, I just had to get it all out of my system, I guess. But it's out now. We're all on the same page. We're all in this together, right, Tabby? Oh, no. When Stella finishes, your cousin gathers herself and locks onto you with a steel gaze. You! You put her up to this. I know you did. Stella has been a nuisance for years, always pestering me and trying to visit me at work, but even she knew to never cross this line, breaking into my house. You're not that good at this, Chris. I see exactly what you're trying to do, to turn my only friend against me, to back me into a corner. Isn't that right? Tabby, come on now. That's not what's going on at all. I want to hear it from Chris. There must be a way to put an end to all this, Tabitha. Save it just in case. I feel like she's gonna fucking blow my head off, or Stella's. There must be a way to put an end to all this, Tabitha. You don't have to follow in your family's footsteps. See, Chris, this is what sets us apart, because I do, actually. Somebody has to. You mean just the mines, right? Just running the mines? Yes, running the mines and all that's required to do so. Sound of an approaching police siren interrupts the argument before any further points can be made. Tabby, you didn't, but when? How? Caroline had a switch installed in the desk ages ago, a direct line to the police. A mediating party sounds like a good idea right about now, don't you think? But I'm here, I can mediate, I'm good at that. How's this? Tabby and I know you're not to blame for anything we found in the estate. Clearly your family has a long legacy of keeping secrets, and I know you feel like we violated your trust by going to the closed-off wing and looking for clues. Look on the bright side, now we can all try to get on the same page. Doesn't that sound good? Aren't you lonely keeping all these secrets? Please, Tabitha, I don't want this to end with anyone being dragged off by the police. And with what we have on you, don't you think there's some possibility it won't be Chris who winds up in handcuffs? Do you have any evidence of these supposed crimes or just footage of old rooms? Maybe an even better question would be, would you be be willing to use it if you did. As much as I can tell you like Chris, you've known me much, much longer. I doubt you'd ultimately be willing to turn in an old friend like me. I don't think Chris is capable of that much persuasion. Tabitha, I came to be here for you, because I know what it's like to be alone when your mom dies. And this is how you repay me? When you try that emotional manipulation bullshit on me, you think I don't know a freeloader when I see one? I came here for you? Oh yeah, not the free lunch? I doubt... You literally invited me for the funeral. Tabby, you can't just act like everyone who's helping you is some master manipulator. Stella, quiet. Tabitha sighs, a certainty settling over her. I do wish I could be honest, you know, or really, I wish honesty would do anything. But it's not going to keep the mines running, it's not going to fix the things that are actually broken around here. Besides, that's what the Scarlets do at the end of the day. We keep the machinery oiled, we make sure its components are replaced when they break. It's a legacy I have to maintain, as cruel, as unglamorous as it might seem to anyone else. And I'll keep shouldering that burden alone for as long as I have to. It's what I was born for. You too, Chris, though you've been neglecting it for a long, long time. Okay, Tabby, you're starting to scare me. There's a knock at the office door. With Scarlet, permission to enter? You were called, weren't you? Come on in. The door swings open and Deputy Franklin, the sternest member of the Scarlet's Hollow police force, walks in. Is that the mayor's goon at Tabitha's beck and call? Yes, I recognize that wretched leather stink anywhere. Well, isn't this a pleasant coincidence? I've been looking for you all morning, City Slicker. You're in a lot of trouble, kid. Too much trouble to let you keep wandering around causing mayhem. Oh, so you're already planning to take in my cousin, then? As a matter of fact, I was. Yes, Miss Scarlet. See, there have been all these problems around town lately, and I don't need any explanation. Go ahead, be my guest. Oh, Tabitha. I want an explanation. What could you possibly arresting Chris for? Well, don't interfere. You and I can talk after Chris joins the deputy. Talk without him? Really, you're handing your last living relative over, no objections? You won't have me fired for abuse of power or anything. Oh, that's weird. No, I think some time under lock and key will do my cousin some good. Now, if you could take care of this outside, Miss Richmond and I would appreciate it. You can't just take me away if I'm not being charged with something. I've done nothing wrong. Kid, there's plenty I could get you for, which means I'm perfectly justified to put you on a 48-hour hold. And it sounds like Miss Scarlet has her own ideas what exactly the charges should be, but there will be charges. I don't think I like Tabitha anymore. At first I thought, you know, it was just because she lost her mom, she was really close and everything, but damn, she's just really mean and evil. You're at my mercy. You better be on your best behavior. I don't want to hear that you gave the deputy a hard time. Deputy Franklin nods, whipping out his handcuffs. A single smooth police academy motion is all it takes, and the cuffs are locked around your wrists. It'll just be the three of us again, just like old times. How lovely. As they're dragged from the office, Stella calls out to you one last time. It's okay, me and Tabby are going to work this out, then we'll come get you and everything will be okay, I promise. Deputy Franklin drags you from his office and towards the squad car, tossing you into the backseat and slamming the door. As you're shoved in the car, a voice crackles over the radio. Franklin, pick up already, we ain't got all day, boy. Oh, my fucking throat is all beginning to get sore. Oof. I was just apprehending Chris as discussed over the radio. We need you up at the farms pronto. Got ourselves a possible 187 brewing. 10-4. Damn, this stage just keeps getting crazier. Suppose you have to come along for the ride, son. Shit. Damn, I don't have any more water. Okay, I'll be right back. I need to get some water from downstairs. Wait, actually, do I have any on the table? I do. Never mind. 1 second. I have one more bottle of water. Okay. Deputy Franklin wastes no time in turning on the sirens, blasting down the road towards whatever emergency is underway, with with you in tow. This is possibly one of the few times he has ever been able to do this, and despite his cut sunglasses and stiff demeanor, there's definitely an excitement in the way he cruises around the treacherous mountain turns. As the car pulls up to the farms, a tingling at the back of your skull and urgency, almost like a hand pressing you gently forward, with the threat that it might become more forceful if you don't comply. Like someone's crying that can only stop if you tend to it. There's another stone here, and it's refusing to let you ignore it. Deputy Franklin gets out of the car, leaving you in the back as he joins the assembled crowd. Alright, Sheriff, what's the situation? Bo got tired of waiting for all you to come do your job, so he took it upon himself to go investigate the Germain household, and he ain't come back, and it's been hours. Irma, do the honors of briefing the officer on the current situation. You can go back in the house and let us handle it from here. We all don't know about all his traps and whatnot. Duke was always saying not to go in there on account of the Tremaine insanity. It's alright, ma'am. We're the police. Facing dangerous situations is our job. The woman, who you take to be Mo's mom, reluctantly returns to the porch of her house, watching the other building intently as the officers talk amongst themselves. Franklin, you're with me. We're headed on to get a handle of the situation. Erickson, you listen from the squad car. Hopefully we can settle this without you, but you're a backup if things go south. Yes, sir, I think there's any hope for the hostage. Being awful quiet. If you ask me, I don't suspect there is a hostage. Not anymore. We'll more likely be giving the doc a call once this is all settled. With the tip of his hat, Hugsby signals to Franklin, and the two make their way up the hill towards the old farmhouse. Hey there, Chris. Sorry you had to come along for the ride. We'll have you back at the station soon enough. Sounds like this won't take long to settle. In the meantime, I'll keep you company. The thing calling out to you is starting to lose its patience. You need to find a way out of here before it gets angry. Supreme Court. You really don't think Bo is dead in there, do you? I'd love to be wrong about this, I really would. It'd be a real shame considering what poor Irma's already been through this week, but Bo's a big man. Hard to keep a big man like that from moving around and making a fuss, and we've seen a whole lot of nothing going on in there. So is the grave, if you pardon the expression. Can you let me go, please? I haven't done anything wrong. Well, I'm sure you haven't, but that's why we're going to bring you in to answer a few questions so we can prove as much. And if we see that you really aren't a threat to the town, well, then we'll let you go, and that'll be that. What about innocent until proven guilty? Is that how that go? Oh my god, you're such a shitty cop. Oh my god, you're such a shitty fucking cop. I hate you. I hope you die. I hope a monster comes and fucking gouges your throat out. Joking, of course there's no way to know if you're innocent unless we ask you the questions like you're guilty, just basic police work. I have a reason to suspect that there's a cursed stone here that holds some kind of ancient, possibly evil magic. What, like a crystal? Crystal meth, maybe. I always suspected Julius might be a tweaker. He laughs at his own unfunny joke. There is sound coming from the house on the hill, shouting, angry and panicked. A frantic voice crackles over the radio. Erickson, come in, the sheriff was down, those damn traps, Irma wasn't kidding. Keep it together, Franklin, is he breathing? What's the status on Tremaine and Calloway? Something in the basement going down now. Oh, God, okay. Franklin, report. There's only silence. Damn it, Franklin. Deputy Derrickson hesitates briefly outside your door as if hoping someone might leave the farmhouse without getting involved. After a few seconds, he's heading up the hill, yelling something to Irma. Oh shit, it's Reese! The front door opens, a long arm reaches in, grabbing Derrickson's keys where they were left on the dashboard. Chris! Reese frees you from his car, hunching beside you as he fumbles with the tiny keys, made even smaller in his monstrous hands. I'm sorry I couldn't step in earlier. I hope you weren't too scared in there. The handcuffs fall to the ground with a metallic clutter. Reese is still talking. But you aren't really hearing him. Your mind fuzzied at the stone calls to you, drowning out the world. It's so much louder outside the car. I have to get to the farmhouse. Stone in there. Stone like in the morgue. I won't stop you, but... He's interrupted by the sound of another car pulling up to the farms. Oh, shit. Reese, what are you doing here? He runs off without saying another word. Reese! It's just another distraction. Irma, Chris, I got paged by the sheriff. What the hell is going on here? Where are all the cops? Did Reese hurt someone? Talking is just noise. Their words don't matter. There's humming in your head, almost like a voice. One you can just barely make out, but you know it'll be clearer the closer you get to the stone. Start wandering up towards the farmhouse at the top of the hill. Oh, come on, where do you think you're going? And continue forward. You barely even notice your hand slipping over the doorknob. And now you're inside. Oh. That's a trap? Jesus Christ. Sheriff Hugsby dangles in the middle of the room. An axe attached to some strange mechanism in the ceiling is embedded in his face, holding up his corpse in an imitation of life. Jesus. Careful, Joan, there are traps all over the damn place. Past the body, you can see a giant pumpkin through the door to the garage. Cracked open, its guts strewn across the floor, seeds dotted across the hardwood like a trail of breadcrumbs leading to the basement stairs. What the hell is going on in here? Derrickson, is the doc here? We need a medical professional down here. His voice is coming from the basement. That's where you need to be. He's been shot, Joan. I think you better call someone. Doctor's here. Julius, you should have let her come down. You don't really want the officer to die down here, do you? I'm not the one blocking the stairs. I'm not the one you gotta convince. It won't be blocked for you. The stone wants you here. Everybody shut up. Avery, that's your name, right? Get pressure on that wound. Yes, ma'am. Get away from him, kid. But the doctor. I don't care. Let him bleed. You're only making problems for yourself, Tremaine. Dr. Kelly quickly pulls out her phone. Damn it, there's no signal in here. I gotta step outside. You keep holding that wound, and no one had better die while I'm gone. The doctor pulls the door, but a weave of fibrous tendrils hold it shut. What seemed the same force that let you all of you in refuses to let anyone leave. We stuck here? What the hell are we supposed to do now? You already know what to do. Approach the basement. You're vaguely aware that Deputy Derrickson is trying to stop you, but he's too nervous to take a step. Reach the basement and start to claw at the weird fleshy vines blocking your way. They're strong, but they relent under your touch, welcome you down below. Oh shit, it's Avery! Whoever that is. Ooh, the hell? So you tried to undermine me, witch. I should have known you'd try to find a way around the rules. You're trapped the town. This isn't what any of us wanted. You should nullify the deal before this gets any worse. This is Sybil. That thing around her neck and the way her lips look is definitely Sybil. It's just unhappy. I didn't think something like that would be so opinionated. But I have a plan to placate it. If it wants a less broken body, it could have one. And we'll see if it still feels cheated enough to hold a grudge. Yeah, and her hair too, right, yeah. It's not too late, Enoch. You can let Eddie have the baby and your family can go back to normal, happy, and unburdened. I'll clean everything up. It can be like nothing ever happened. I'll even leave town. Manipulative hag! That's what you wanted all along, wasn't it? The whole ordeal was just an opportunity for you to have access to it. Well, I know better than to hand an ounce of power over to you, Verena. Hey. You're not dead, are you? Which Verena? Who the fuck is Verena? Only witch I know about is Sybil. She have already fucked this up enough. She's got another thing coming if she thinks she can go back on our deal now. I'm getting what she promised me. Whatever she sent you for, I'll shoot you before you do it. Don't even try. You know, nobody has to get shot. Nobody, no one else, I mean. Sorry, Franklin. What are you sorry for? You aren't the shooter or the one who got shot. Oh, no. Vision finally focuses, and your mind is once again your own. Avery watches you furtively from across the room. The man Julius holds a gun in silent threat. Franklin clutches at a nasty wound in his side, blood spilling out onto the dirt floor of the unfinished basement. In the corner is Bo. Something is attached to him, the source of the awful noise. It stutters with pained inhalations. Bo is still breathing, but he doesn't look well. The stone brought you here and stuck you in the middle of another nightmare. Chris, we can't get to you. The door's shielded shut. Even as she yells to you, her voice is faint, barely audible behind the now thickened roots and vines that block your escape. Let's bring Chris up to speed, Julius. He looks a little shell-shocked. Where do I fucking begin? Alright. The witch, I caught her doing some shit she shouldn't have been doing, so she offered me a deal if I kept it to myself. Always wanted to raise a boy of my own. God never saw fit to give me the chance. He gave me the means to right that injustice. Oh, the pumpkin. I'm guessing that's the pumpkin. It looks like pumpkin. Everything's all orange and shit. Only it obviously didn't go the way it's supposed to. Calloway's interfered just like always. Made it so I had to hatch him earlier than he was ready, and he came out hungry. Too hungry for me to handle. He kept trying to get at me, so I had to hole up down here. Been stuck since fucking Wednesday night. Damn runes won't let me leave. Roots, and they clogged up the drain, so haven't been able to call that witch and get her to make things right. MREs. Oh man. But I'm a man of preparedness. Figured I could wait it out until Bo here decided to trespass. Guess he lost a tussle with my boy, and the two of them wound up down here with me. And about that sums it up. I guess in the end it's only fair, a son for a son. And birth ain't ever pretty, is it? It's not like doing it the old-fashioned way is all sunshine and roses. Just hope he winds up looking more like a person when he's done cooking. I don't give a shit about your story, Tremaine. None of that gives you reason to shoot a cop. Self-defense, castle doctrine. If I thought you were chill, why the hell are you helping this guy? Hey, don't you go after the kid. You don't know the first thing about... It's okay, Julius. I get why he's asking. I'm helping Julius because he needed help. He thought my plant expertise might come in handy with all these root things, so he called me. But so far, I don't feel like my plant tricks have been all that useful. There's no getting these roots out of Bo without causing serious damage. Especially now that the baby is freaked out and it's like clamping down harder. Okay, so Julius doesn't want that stuff to happen to Bo, it sounds like, if he got Avery to try to help. You're doing what you can, kid. No, never should have called you up here. You didn't have to see all this. Nobody did. Why is Deputy Franklin shot? All I did was walk in. You can't just walk into a man's house and expect to have the run of the place. You were getting ready to pull out your gun. I was defending myself. Why should I care about what happens here? I've just been dropped into the middle of the situation without any context. I don't need you to care, I ain't asking you to. People should care even about somebody they don't know. You didn't care about me much, did you? Not until somebody you actually gave a shit about was in trouble. I think you might have made it a little hard with all the traps and stuff. No, maybe you shouldn't have... You haven't been here long enough to see it yet, kid. But people pick favorites. They don't even know it. They think they're giving everyone a fair shake. Well, not the guy with the hard look in his eye, huh? Not the guy who doesn't say his pleases and thank yous in just the right way. Isn't that right? Oh, yeah. The room falls into silence. The echoes of his outburst die against the walls of this cramped cellar. Oh, can you hear me? Are you alive? Uh-huh. Gotta get back to Mama, worrying about me. I think I can see it. Look at all the bumps under his skin. That thing really did go deep. That thing is my son, and you will address him as such. Sorry, Julius. Listen clearly. You need something? You woke up talking about the witch? You want to know where she is? I can tell you how to find her. If none of you does anything stupid, then I'll tell you what I know. Sound fair? The conversation is interrupted by Bo shifting uncomfortably as the creature lets out a guttural moan. So what, we're just supposed to wait until the Calloway kid dies? That's exactly right. My kid gets born and we all forget this ever happens. Bo and the baby. Is there really no way we can separate him from Bo? Maybe if we offered him something better. This ain't a debate. Shut up or I'll shut your mouth for you. I don't know, Julius. Maybe I think there's something we're missing, and if Chris thinks so too, maybe it's worth talking about again. That's why I'm here in the first place, right? To come up with some other solution? And you and I already decided this was best. The discussion we had was had and done with before anyone else even showed up. Does your son have a name? You don't name a kid until after it's born, even I know that. Bad luck if you do it early. How do you know... How do you know it stops with Bo? It sounds like it was hunting you before it found him. What happens when it gets hungry again? I don't appreciate you trying to pick all this apart. Just sit there and stay quiet and we won't have any trouble, got it? Oh, fuck. Won't get the chance to go after Julius, I'll be taking you in. Not if you hurry up and die. Okay. The witch. Did the witch tell you how to take care of this thing when once it's done? It's meant to be a kid when it's done. Other people seem to figure out how to raise those all the time. Don't need her giving me parenting tips. Most babies don't eat people to live. This doesn't seem that unusual to me, actually. Isn't this kind of what babies do to their mothers? It's not like they're eating takeout in there for 9 months, you know? Exactly what the kid said. You think it's just gonna be a normal kid? You say that about those little premature babies they keep in the incubators? You don't know what he's gonna look like, but that don't matter. Because he's my son and I love him. And I know he'll get big and strong if he just finds himself enough food. Even if he doesn't change, he's kind of cute like this anyway. Oh, Avery, shut up, please.
No.
Fuck. I feel like if I pick the wrong things, Bowler's gonna fucking die. What were the terms of the deal? Ritual thing in exchange for my silence, offered it right away like she could just see right through me, knew exactly what I wanted most. I suppose what she didn't know was I'm not the kind of man who turned somebody in. Anyway, her business was her business. She didn't have to bother giving me some recipe to cook a boy from dirt, blood, and pumpkin seeds, but I took it anyway. Then I just sat on it for a while till a moment of weakness. What was the ritual? Did you do something to Duke's pumpkin? It wasn't his damn pumpkin, it was on my property, and the only reason it got as big as it was because I fed it my own blood every night since the day it was planted. Bleeding on the dirt like some kind of Satan worshiper. If that don't make it mine, I don't know what does. God knows I felt crazy doing it though, but I'm not proud to say my judgment was a bit clouded. I was in a bad way. That bringing a boy into this world was just about the only thing that made me feel like I should stick around. Life is unfair to you, so what, you kill a man over it? I'm not killing anybody, I'm just standing here. It's not like I did a single thing to Bo. He trespassed on my property, everyone knows not to do that. What happened to him was his problem. What about me? You shot me. Save your breath, asshole, maybe you won't die so quick.
Wink.
Someone has to destroy this thing, it might as well be you. The waiting brings you to your limit, and then it brings you past it. You move quickly, diving across the small room, scooping up the shears from the floor as you zero in on Bo, and the thing slowly eating its way through him. Hey! The shears come down on the thing, piercing its unnaturally soft chest. Bo's stolen blood pours out of its orifices in a thick sludge. Bo gasps, as if it's him you stabbed. The thick veins under his skin expand, writhing. No! You'll pay for this! You whirl around to see his gun trained on you, your heart freezing in a split second of utter terror. Franklin stumbles forward, trying to reach for his gun, but unable to stifle a cry of pain. Julius's attention is pulled away from you towards the sorry side of the cop trying desperately to wield his pistol. Julius, we're not killing anybody. Just give me the... Oh, no, no. Is it Avery? The gun goes off. You dive to the floor, panicked, your ears ringing uncomfortably. No more shots follow. You open your eyes, readjusting to the gloom. Oh, shit, shit, shit. Not you, kid. Avery is gasping on the floor, on the ground near Bo. Their patterned shirt is stained with their own blood. God, what have I done? First the boy, now you? He raises the gun to his head. Nobody left to do better than this. Julius! Oh, no. Once again, the world feels quiet in the aftermath of the gunshot. Julius's body slumps once against the wall, limp and dead, a bullet hole smoldering at his temple. Good fucking riddance. The room's attention is drawn to the sound of horrific inhuman gurgling punctuating the groans of human agony. It would seem that you did not quite manage to finish the job. Move it before it grabs him again. Chris Bo alive, can live. The baby can have me. We can get the doctor to fix you. You might not even be dying. No, this is it. Please let it be for something. Fuck. I don't know. I don't want to... Fuck. I don't know. Hmm. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tough call? Yeah, I know. What are you asking me to do? Move baby to me. Please hurry, talk hard. I don't know. I don't know. Mm-mm. Fine. Okay, you sound sure. If it's really what you want. We should wait for medical personnel. You cross the room kneeling next to Avery and Bowen, the wounded thing. Avery starts unbuttoning their shirt, movement clearly painful, their face twisting with every undone button. But they push through, bearing their wound, their black eyes resting on the creature. It looks to be in much pain as they are. Its breath's ragged, Bo's blood trickling from its wide mouth. You have to help me coax it. Doesn't seem like it would be difficult. The thing has already noticed the smell of fresh blood. Its tendrils shifting under Bo's skin, the bulbous head turning towards Avery to stare with lightless eyes at the inviting wound. All you have to do is give it a nudge, and it's like a dog waiting for a command from its master. Peels itself away from Bo, willingly releasing his drained body in favor of its new host. Avery cries out, heaving, stuttering gasps of pain as the tendrils slide into the open wound, wending their way beneath their skin. Bo twitches too, seizing as he's released. The two of them becoming a chorus of shock as the weak body of the creature coils itself around Avery, cleaning desperately, sealing its weeping gash against theirs. Avery's breath become even, their eyelids sliding closed, their heart continuing to beat as they slip into unconsciousness. And the creature too seems to sigh in relief, their panic fades. As the protective vines slacken, a sliver of light is visible beyond the doorway, before it had sealed itself away. A faucet in the corner of the room finally unclogged bursts to life. Water pours out onto the dirt floor. Somebody help. Call doctor. Doc, you still up there? Room's clear. Your hands are wet, the water spreading, pooling around you and making the floor slippery with mud. Dr. Kelly rushes down the now unblocked stair, her eyes wide with horror at the scene in the basement. What the hell happened down here? Bo, can you hear me? Am I getting a checkup? Been shot as well, ma'am. The diner kid, Avery too, need hospital. Looks like shot doesn't begin to describe it. I better make some calls. Everyone stay with me. Basement is flooding. Am I the only one paying attention? Up to your chest now. There's no denying it. What are you talking about? There's no water? If there is, he just can't see it. Because his words are swallowed by the flood. Oh no. Ginseng baby. Wait, you finished episode 5 already? Feel like you're choking. There's water in your lungs, or there should be. Your eyes are filled with the sound of a rushing current. It's cold. Oh shit, I can move around. And dark, and there are people screaming somewhere. Oh shit. There are bodies in the water with you. They're all dead. 1,000 corpses, 1,000 homes, all torn to pieces. But the flood recedes. It hasn't happened yet. You are the mother of a daughter, and your daughter has told you about her terrible dream. It's going to kill everyone. You're not the one who had the vision, not yet. It has only been described to you by the daughter you have been teaching, as your mother taught you. You're the only one who has to stop it, Mother, but you won't be strong enough. Her words are heavy. Of course I'll stop it. Don't worry so much, daughter. Your mother, I've seen it. You will try to stop it and you will die. But there's another path. Take my power, I give it willingly. I won't destroy my own daughter. I won't be destroyed. I'll be with you the same as I was before. I will never leave you as long as you live. Reject and let 1,000 die? Reject. You deny your daughter. The flood comes, and despite your best efforts, the village has swallowed 1,000 bodies and 1,000 homes. That's not how it happened. This has already come to pass, and there is no changing it now, no matter how much you might wish it had gone differently. Oh no, the illusion of free choice, of free will. You accept your daughter's decision. She is not the child she once was, and there is confidence in her that you have no choice but to respect. You take her back. Her power becomes yours. If blood does not come, the village is saved, and no one ever knows the sacrifice that was made for their lives. No one but you. Years have passed, you outlive everyone you used to know. You move on, you meet new people, you start a new life. You have another daughter. This time the vision is yours. The piece of your first daughter that lives in you shows you what is coming. Rotting bodies in the streets, the smell of sickness on the wind, church bells ringing for an endless paradise, funerals, an entire city whose gates will never reopen, everyone inside the walls falling to the curse of plague. You are among their number, and your body no longer strong enough to even heal itself. You are not enough to stop it. Not as you are. There is another path, a narrow thread. If you were stronger, you could tug at it and unravel the tapestry of the future. Mother, what's wrong? Your daughter will never be as strong as you are, not after what you had to do, but she still carries in her some strength, enough. Explain it to her as it was explained to you. Tell her what's coming, you explain what she has to give up, what you both have to give up. You love your daughter, after all, you will miss her as you miss your first daughter. She is angry. Even when you try to explain that she will be a part of you, that she won't die, she cries and cries, and she tries to run away from you. Fate is attempting to cut its loose thread. Let her go, give up on the city. Resign yourself to the future. She's one of the first to die. The streets flood with disease, and the bodies are buried and burned, and left in heaps on the streets until no one is left to remember any of their names. But that's not how it happened. Looks like I have to take the daughter. You do not let your daughter run from you. No plague comes, the city never knows that it would have been a ruin, but there is an unhappiness in you. You didn't understand, and what you took of her is angry, confused, relentless. You have to carry that with you. It is part of the burden of what you are. Though no one knows the depth of what you have done over the years, you have not escaped notice. You find yourself in a capital, in a place whose name has changed too many times to count. A war is brewing. The eyes of those who hold fate in their hands are on you, their lips asking which threads to pull and which to cut. And the tapestry is once again revealed to you. Is this the Revolutionary War? Those look like cannons from them. The war rages and it never stops raging. Bleeding that spans generations, children born to die, decades of pain that leave a raw wound on the world. Or it ends before it can begin. The few die for the sake of the many. You can guide powerful hands to crush those that need crushing, if only you have more power of your own. You call your daughter to you. You raise them differently these days. The disquiet left by the reluctant daughter taught you a permanent lesson. They don't need convincing anymore. They are ready to return to you whenever you need them. Let her be free and plunge the lands into generations of war. Hundreds of thousands suffer. Countless lives are cut short. Your daughter is among them. Even in her privilege placed by her side, the war reaches her and the both of you burn along with everyone else. You saved her for nothing. So the witch has been around for a long-ass time, constantly being alive because she ends up having to sacrifice her daughters in order to stop something bad from happening. And she has been trained to do. You're the only one who will remember her sacrifice and her name. A small rebellion is crushed before it becomes a revolution. The people in power are happy. The fact that these are pictures of the wooden drawing mannequins, right, like puppets. You leave. You don't want to see any more visions of war. You set your sights on a place where there are no kings. And yet, even an ocean away, power finds you. A man with aspirations, Anyone can hold power here. You've discovered if they're vicious enough to want it. The hunger in him senses the power in you, and for a time you humor him. You allow him to give you a life of comfort, you and your daughter. You don't see a future where he ever grows more powerful than you can imagine. Manage. Not until the vision comes. No, this sounds like the Revolutionary War. A war like none the world has witnessed. A fledgling nation devoured in the nest. A man who sits on a throne where none was meant to be. The world under his cruel fist, bowing to its crushing weight. The very ocean stained red by his influence. I own two? Cool. He's already on his way. You realize too late. You've been too close to him to see it. Your choices have already narrowed. The war is coming whether you strike now or not. The loose thread sticking out from the mass of blood, with you too weak to grasp it. But you have a daughter. You always have a daughter until you don't. It's time to rest. Aren't you tired? But the world needs you. You can't let it end like this. The part of you that is your first daughter can't let you. Take her back and erase the man before his name can mean anything. You joins her sisters, as is her destiny, and you remove him from the world. Ugh. The hole where he was is filled by lesser men, none of whom remember whose shoes they're stepping into, and none of whom can command the way they would have. Blood is spilled, less blood, but you still feel every drop. You hide yourself away from the world. You and your daughter. The visions still find you, but here they are small. The decision's simple. You make them all the same. Hoping where you can, a storm haunted, a conflict settled. Until one day, when you were shown a dark pit. Okay, this is the mind collapse that happened earlier. So I think we're Sybil, and she's had multiple daughters, and she's had to like absorb them back into herself to save the world and countless other lives, and that means she's gonna try to absorb Kanika. It's always the daughters. Okay. Splintering wood, debris trapping everyone inside, bodies burning as the very rock catches fire. Children screaming as their flesh bubbles, then silence as lung fills with smoke. You know the choice that lies in front of you. Not this time. You take your daughter's hand and you look her in the eyes. They're green like yours. You don't want to do it this time. You stare out over the hills together as plumes of smoke rises into the air, but you can't hear the screams from here. You assume you will die one day like anyone else. After all, you're long past due. Maybe you'll be lucky enough to know your grandchildren before you go. Then the man comes, and with him a vision. Okay, and here's the Enoch guy, I think. He has already decided he is bringing something here, something ravenous that doesn't belong, but that has been pressing at the edges of your world, trying to find a way in. It has a way now, whether you help him or not. More of the thread you followed comes into focus, and for the first time you follow it beyond your death. Disaster after disaster, crisis after crisis, thousands of years of little cuts that you weren't there to mend. On and on it goes, longer than you can even hope to follow. It's told, eternal, and incalculable. But there is a new thread too. You're patient enough, you're strong enough, when the moment finally comes, if you do everything right, you can devour this thing that sits outside the world. And it will give you so much power that you will never have to take back a daughter again. You could fix as many things as you'd care to fix. Floods, plagues, wars, kings. You look into her green eyes so much like yours. You can't, you can't, you can't. But you did. Fuck. Take her back and summon the entity into the world. You welcome her back, as you have with every daughter before her, and you help the man. He is arrogant. He cheats the thing from another world in every way he can. He wastes your time. There will have to be more daughters before the day comes that this will be over. But days and daughters come and go, and you are very patient. You have to be, if you're to stop the hurt that would scar a world without you there to guide it. Oh no, Kanika. And now you're here on the cusp of the end, the final daughter. What are you doing here? Are you real? No, it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're a dream or not. Oh, the time is... Okay. The time has a bunch of question marks on it. Well, I'm glad I get the chance to see you again before I go away. Before you say anything, I've already made my decision, so don't bother trying to talk me out of it. What exactly is she trying to prevent? Do you even know? That thing that Enoch brought, whatever it is, breaking out and causing havoc and all those disasters my mom would be able to stop if she takes the power for itself. I'm somewhat smaller than all of that, but in this moment I can be what stops it. I can be big enough. My life can be meaningful. You really feel like you have to sacrifice yourself for your life to have meaning? Working at a shitty little general store in a dying town? Yes, I would call that pretty meaningless. I think you and I both know I wasn't going anywhere in life, sure. Told myself I'd be getting back to school, but it's not like I was working hard to get out of there. Or I would just sold the store by now. But I didn't, because some part of me knew I had to be here, and now I know why. How do we know any of that really happened? Doubt all you want, but I'm not taking that chance. Because if I turn back now, I'll know everything my mom could have stopped will be my fault. Oh no. I forgot you. I can't believe it. All day it's like you just didn't exist. That's okay. It's part of all of this. Soon enough you can go back to forgetting and it'll be like this never happened. You won't even know to be upset about it. You don't have to do this. You don't have to. Please don't. Yes, I do. You saw what's going to happen if I don't. What am I supposed to do? Go back to my normal life after this, knowing how many people are going to suffer through the generations because I was too selfish to save them? How could I ever live with myself? I have to make sure I pick the right thing. The same way any of us do. You're not solely responsible for the fate of the world, and neither is she. Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean I should only ever make choices that benefit me. Sometimes people have to make decisions that hurt them in order to do the most good. People have to pay taxes or donate kidneys or, you know, things that aren't pleasant, but that help people and make the world work. I'm happy to do this. Stop trying to convince me I'm not. What if you have value outside of what you do for other people? What if you deserve to live? Use all the manipulative wording all you want. I know this is the only way my life is ever going to have any value. What about with Stella and me? We care about you. Please don't do this. I'm a college dropout in a dead-end town, working a dead-end job, lying to myself that I'll get out any day, yet still pretending I'm better than other people just because I still see myself as someone who got out, even though I'm just as stuck as everybody else. There are tears in her eyes. How did I ever think that? Look at me now, crying for myself, and I'm not even dead yet. Because I know nobody's gonna cry for me once I'm gone. Even if they could remember me, would they cry? Would I deserve that? God, what am I saying? Doubt finally cracks through certainty. And the witch's illusion cracks with it. Quiet, dear, there's no need to let Chris talk you in circles. You already know the right answer, remember? I don't know anymore. I need to think about it. Let me go. No, no, no. I'm not going to let you do this. I'm going to do everything I can. You have no idea the kind of danger you're putting yourself in by being here. You think you're doing the right thing, but all you're doing is dooming countless lives, starting with yours. Tabitha, too. I'm sure you noticed how stressed she's been. She carries an incredible weight on her shoulders, but she can finally be free if you let me do what needs doing. Kanika can't save you on her own, but I can. I'm only able to tell you so much, but I tried to show you what I could. I'd hoped you would be able to trust me by now for your sake. This is the only way your story gets a happy ending. So it's her life or mine, is that what you're saying? That is a very distinct possibility, yes, though any harm visited on you won't come from me. You're in danger, I'm sure you can feel that, and I make a powerful ally. Believe me when I say I understand the burden that's been placed on you. Okay. Wayne is already gonna take care of me, I don't need your help. Sybil flashes you a pitying look. Poor dear, do you really feel like he's the only one you can turn to? You think I've been manipulating you, yet that man somehow managed to earn your loyalty just because he's been kind? I mean, he's helped me out of these really bad situations with that I've been in. You haven't. Kindness is easy when you're free to lie. Truth is what's hard. I'm giving you the truth now. Grab Kanika and pull her free. You've already made up your mind. You take Kanika's outstretched arm and pull. Stop, you don't know what you're doing. Kanika, please, you understand? You understand how important this is? I don't think I do. I understand what you wanted me to understand. You didn't let me think any differently. Well, I'm thinking differently now. I'm getting the hell out of here and I'm taking Chris with me. As at her declaration, the dream around you starts to waver. It's losing its shape. No, come back! But it's too late. The illusion is coming apart. Fuck you! Fuck you! Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah, man. Mm-hmm. Fuck yeah. Whew. Oh, man. I was so nervous that whole fucking time, man. I really do like Kanika. She's fucking awesome. I would have done the same thing if Stella was in trouble like that. Fuck. Oh. The world shifts nauseatingly around you. You feel like you're being buoyed upwards, ascending rapidly, reality rushing to meet you until finally you surface. We're in the woods? Wait. Oh shit, is this the tetanus lake that they mentioned earlier? All these beer cans and shit. It's like a trash dump. You're outside, it's raining, you have no idea where you are. Tulip, Janie! The Power of Heart, The Witch, Habanero. Yes! Oh, we saved her! Yes, we saved her. Fuck yeah. Oh, God. Fuck. Oh, man. Fuck, we saved her. Holy shit. I'm so happy. Oh, I was worried. As soon as I figured it out, it was Sybil. And all the times she had to take back all her daughters and shit. I was worried. I didn't want that to happen to Kanika. This is the end of episode 5. Only one major content update remains until the story reaches its conclusion in the final chapters. Stay tuned for updates on the final release by joining our Discord, following us on social media, or signing up for our newsletter. If you'd like to carry your progress to the final chapters, please save your game now. Continue. Fuck, that's so good. Fuck yeah. I love this game. Fucking love this game. Oh, Fuck. God, this is a really fucking awesome game. You bet your ass I'm gonna be playing the new chapter when it fucking comes out. Is there anything after the credits? Man, so many fucking people worked on this. Extra special thanks to our little creatures. Wednesday Snake, Spoon's cat, and Nubs the small monster. Hardcore mode? What the fuck is that? Every trade in Scarlet Hollow provides an opportunity defining sacrifice. Hardcore mode removes these opportunities, but you'll be able to select a third trait. Even with your new abilities, this is the darkest world state. By clicking continue, you agree to suffer. Okay, no, I don't want to do that shit. Nah, I don't want to do a hardcore mode. Fuck that. I'm happy with what I have right now. Thank you very much. All right. All right, guys. That was Scarlet Hollow, episode 5. Oh man, this whole series has just been so fucking amazing. Honestly, I have been enjoying this series a lot. I hope you have too. This has been probably one of my favorite like story-based series that I've been doing more recently. I hope it comes out soon, because I just want to play it immediately. I just want to play it like right now. I want to get my happy ending with Stella. I'm glad I saved Kanika. I want to try to save Tabitha, but at this point, with how she's been acting, I think she's probably like a lost cause. I know I haven't actually been really good to her by sneaking out and doing all this shit with the adventures and everything. But I hope, even though I haven't really had the chance to talk to her all that much, I can still end up saving her at some point. Because I feel like she's burdened by all this responsibility by being a Scarlet, you know, having to take care of the mines and everything in the town and shit. Yeah, fuck. Really good series. Really fucking good series, man. You all should buy this game immediately and play it for yourselves. Ooh, man. Well, thank you all for watching. That was episode 5. Greatly enjoyed it. Highly recommend it. Can't wait for episode 6 whenever that comes out. That's gonna be fun. Oh, man. Until next time, though. You all have a good one. See ya. Alright, guys. Oh, man. I'm gonna snooze that. Because we're gonna be raiding out to someone. Hope you all enjoyed. Bayo! Bayo is live! Much love, everyone. Thank you all for joining me today. It was fun. It was very, very fun. I hope you all have a good rest of your night, and evening, whatever it is, and I will hopefully see you all tomorrow. What's tomorrow gonna be? Thursday. Yeah, we'll actually. What times do I work tomorrow? 9 to 5. Yeah, I should be able to stream tomorrow. I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming though. Oh, actually no. I bought another horror game. Heaven Does Not Respond, so we'll definitely be playing that. That's gonna be fun. If you missed it, you can always catch up on the YouTube streams, on the VOD, or you can wait until Lyle gets done with the condensed versions of each episode that I've been recording. This can be fun. But until next time, have a good one. See ya. Much love.